Welcome back to another Bossfight Studios review. In this review, we're going to be taking a look at the Vitruvian Hack Series 2 Aspen Spring Elven Archer. Aspen is a 1/18 scale action figure, and she comes in collector-friendly packaging. So let's go and take a look at the packaging. Here on the top left, we have Vitruvian Hack Series 2. If you don't know what a hack stands for, it's Highly Articulated Character Kit System. We have some very nice artwork of the character on the package. Very cool. Here on the bottom left, we have Bossfight Studios adult collectibles for ages 15 and up. Here in the center, we have the Aspen nameplate, and just below that, we have a Spring Elven Archer. On the far right, we have the figure and the accessories. Very cool. There's not nothing to see on the top or the bottom of the packaging, but on the back of the packaging, we have Aspen's bio. So I'll hold this up so you guys can pause and read it if you would like to learn more about Aspen. So I'll hold this for about 5 seconds to give you guys a chance to pause it. Okay, here we go. Moving on. On the far right, we have There's No Limits. Collect them all. There's 8 more of Bossfight Studios offerings. On the bottom here, we have some company information, who's responsible for creating these awesome figures. QR code, UPC, Bossfight Studios logo. Very nice. As I mentioned earlier, these are collector-friendly packages. There's no tape on them, so basically all you have to do is grab one end or the other, fold this piece inward, and slide out the card. This is a very nice cardstock. And then you have the clamshell in the back with the figure. Just going to slide that out. And there you go. One thing worth noting is always to keep an eye out for a little baggie here under the figure. There's usually some extra accessories. So let's go ahead and get her out of the clamshell. So here we have the Aspen action figure. She looks really great. Great looking head sculpt. Overall nice design. Let's take a look at that head sculpt. She has blue eyes, blonde eyebrows. She has a tan lips. She has her elven ears, and she has blonde hair. They've used different shades of blonde throughout to highlight the hair and bring out the sculpt work in the hair. Very nicely done. Very cool. She has most of her clothes are made out of like leaves and garments. So they're all green with a two-tone green. We have a darker green here, a lighter green with another shade of green wash, and maybe some black wash also. Looks really good. Very nice sculpt work on the garments. It's really good. She has some gauntlets on her arms, probably made out of leaves. Not sure what kind of protection that's going to give you, but who knows. Looks really nice. At the bottom, she has some wraps around her shins, and she's barefooted. Overall, a really cool figure. Let's take a 360 look at this figure, and then after that, let's take a look at the articulation. She has a hole here in her back for her quiver. Alright, let's take a look at her head. Her head articulation. So we have a side to side, a down and up, and it rotates 360 all the way around, but kind of gets caught up with her hair, so you just gotta maneuver it to get it to fit all the way around. Her arms are on a ball joint, They do rotate 360 all the way around on both sides. They will raise up about that far. She has rotation at the elbow. She has bendable elbows. This feels like really nice plastic that they use on these figures. And it should get you, on this arm, you get more than 90 degrees and way more 90 degrees on this arm. For the hands, let's see if there's any joints. They rotate 360 and then they pivot down and up. And this one's 360. Same joint, down and up. Very cool. See, she has a swivel, a waist swivel. And she can lean back. She can lean forward. There's a little bit side to side. It's really stiff for a new figure. Looks pretty good. See, she can sit pretty good. But you do have those garments that come down between her legs. And those ones go on the sides when she sits. And then you have that piece in the back. So I was just saying on a stool that may become an issue. Especially for a mighty steed. But you guys got to remember, these weren't created when mighty steeds were actually even being thought of. So you may have to remove this piece if you ever want to stick it on a mighty steed. She has double jointed knees. There's that, the bottom joint, and let's see if we get that top one to work. You get a fantastic bend at the knee. Her feet do pivot down, and they do pivot up a little bit more, not too much, more just straight back, because there's the way it's designed there. And they do rotate all the way around if you desire. Overall, great articulation. She looks fantastic. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of her accessories. She does stand pretty good. No problem at all. She does come with an alternate head. This elven head, female head, has larger elven ears. We have green eyebrows. We do have the blue and white eyes and the same tan lips, but we have green hair in a ponytail. Painted very nicely to bring out all that sculpt work. We will definitely take a look at a comparison with the two different style heads here in a bit. She does have a bow. It's a brown bow with a darker brown grip. And there is no string, unfortunately, but you can add it if you would like. Here she is holding her bow. Looks really good. Of course, we can hold it that way, or we can turn it, and she can hold it like so. Looks really good. Next accessory in the bottom right, bottom left corner of the packaging, we have this quiver, and it actually has some accessories inside. So it has some arrows, which we'll take a look at, and it has two elven daggers, which we'll take a look at here. This is sculpted really nicely. It was the light brown with the dark brown ropes. peg on the back. And we have these two pieces here to help hold the daggers in. These daggers are really nice. Brown handle. So you get a H steel blade. So you get two of those. Very nice. And then in the quiver itself, you get 3 arrows. We have the H, well, it's not really H steel. I guess that's more of a gray on the tip here. Brown arrow with a white feather on the end. And inside the quiver, you get 3 of those. She can hold the arrow, no problem. So I'm not sure if you guys noticed, but on the hand, there's a separation between her 2 fingers right here. And that is so she can hold the arrow more realistically. Let's take a look at that. Okay, here she is. So she holds that arrow. That's really unique. That's so cool. So let's take a look at a couple poses. Okay, here's one pose with the arrow and the bow. Looks pretty good. Here he is with this pose, which I like a lot. Looks really cool. Here she is with her daggers. Looks really cool. Get some pretty nice poses out of these arms with these daggers. Definitely looks great. And if you want to, on the back of this figure, you can store a dagger. There's a little hoop on the back. That's pretty cool. Lots of options for the accessories for this figure. Looks great. Or you can just put them back in her quiver, which is great also. You slide right in there. And then one on this side. And then you can take the 3 arrows that initially came in it and put them back in. And that looks great also. So it shows this little baggie. Looks like we have some more arrows in there. And another set of hands. And a stand. We're going to get these out of there. Yep, so it looks like she has 3 more arrows. So now you have a total of 6. They're all the same ones we just looked at. So we can go ahead and stick those in. It kind of looks like the bottom gets filled too fast, so they're not all going to fit, are the same length inside the quiver, but that's okay. It'll give you a nice staggering look. Now that is awesome. That is a way to store all your weapons on your figure right there. It's like you get a Bossfight Studio stand. And you get 2 alternate hands or replacement hands because they just look like a different gripping hand. Very nice. So let's take a look at her with her alternate head. Man, she looks amazing. I do like this head better than the blonde version. Looks pretty awesome. This is how the backpack looks, or the quiver on the figure. Looks very nice. Here she is all geared up with her original head. So this is the Aspen head. The green Elven head, I guess, has no identity, so you can call her whatever you want. If you decide to use that alternate head versus the blonde head of Aspen. Or you can do what I did, and you can buy 2 of these figures, so you can have 2 different Elven archers. And this is how they look together. I think they look great. Ready to kill some orcs. So these are really nice figures. Great plastic, great sculpting, great paint, great quality, lots of accessories. You can definitely carry all your accessories on your figure. That is a great feature. Retail price for these are like $24.99. Highly recommend them. They're very cool. I love the green. I think I like the green haired Elven versus the blonde Aspen better. So you got to come up with an Elven name for her. But she looks fantastic. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you did, please consider subscribing. Please like and share the video. Comment down below if you have any questions about the figure. And as always, guys, thanks for watching.